Hi, everybody. It's me again with part two of the 2015 year that was. 2015 year in review. All about the iPhone upgrades. Yes, that's right. In 2015, I finally upgraded my iPhone. Previously, as you might recall, I had the iPhone 5. I've had almost every iPhone that has existed. If I haven't had it myself, I've at least played with it or have gotten it and not had it for very long. So I've seen pretty much every phone that's come out. I think the only exception to that might be the iPhone 5S. I haven't never really played with that, but I had the iPhone 5, got that in 2013, and in 2015 I was eligible to upgrade it. So guess what? That's exactly what I did. In March of 2015, I was able to upgrade, and I did that, and upgraded to the iPhone 6, which I am talking to you on right now. And, really, I think the big difference in the iPhone 6 between the iPhone 5 and the iPhone 6 is probably just more LTE coverage, maybe slightly better battery life, obviously the better camera. That seems to be the trend with the iPhones, is to make the camera better. There's no real effort to make audio any better. Like, there's no stereo microphone on the iPhone. There probably never will be, at least not by default, not built in, which kind of sucks because that would make the ultimate digital recorder. I mean, heck, it does everything else. Why not that? But anyway, so the iPhone 6 on Verizon, and it works good. No complaints at all. And it's this upgrade is good through 2017, at which point who knows what I'll do, because that's still a long way away yet. However, it's the last upgrade that will involve a contract, I'm pretty sure. So, but it wasn't the only iPhone news I had in 2015. I decided in May of 2015 to try something. Now, in the past, you'll know that I've had other carriers. I've done, I've had AT&T and Verizon at one time, and that did pretty well. I played with pretty much all the carriers, but one carrier I had not played with ever was T-Mobile. And T-Mobile was just starting to get, modern features into the iPhone. Previously, if you got an iPhone on T-Mobile, it wasn't officially supported, and it would work, but I believe you were limited to Edge access. You didn't even get 3G or certainly not 4G or LTE. You were limited to Edge pretty much for like the older. If you tried to put, say, for example, an iPhone 5 on T-Mobile, I believe that's what you were limited to. So, but that changed with the iPhone 6. The newest features were available, and I really wanted to check out the high-definition calling that I'd heard so much about. That was the big driver for me going to T-Mobile. I'd heard that I could do, T-Mobile to T-Mobile calls that were high def. I'm like, okay, I want to experience this, and I'd heard it on other phones, and it was like amazing. And I thought, could this be possible? Could the iPhone do this? And I thought, I want to try this, and I want to test their coverage because I've heard that they've got, they were the first carrier to ditch contracts, and they do a bunch of stuff for the consumer that nobody else has even really thought of doing the way T-Mobile has. So I thought I wanted to try them out. And so, on, oh God, what was it? In May of 2015, early May of 2015, I went to the T-Mobile store, the local T-Mobile store, with a local friend of mine, and I picked up an iPhone 6S Plus. That's right. I figured if I'm going to have an iPhone 6, I might as well have something beefier and bigger and better battery life and whatnot, so I could really tell the difference between the two phones and test out all the features and everything. So I got the 64 gig iPhone 6S Plus on T-Mobile, and I got that on a payment plan, which I put a fair bit down right off the bat. I think I put like $400 down right off the bat, and then I paid it little by little. And in fact, as of right now, I've only got $87 and some change left on that payment plan, and I might even just take care of it here this month, here in 2016, in January. So that'll be kind of cool, because then I'll be able to unlock it and do what I want with it, sell it, whatever. But I like what T-Mobile's done so far. They give you unlimited data, just like Sprint, but unlike Sprint, the T-Mobile network actually works. The T-Mobile network actually does work, and you get pretty good data. And I have the 3 gig high-speed plan, so that means once I pass 3 gig of data, I go into my data stash, which is my rollover data, if I have any, and then after that, I'll go into limited mode, which is still, I can use there's no overage charge, but they throttle you back to 128 kbps, which is, by today's standards, that's god awful slow, but hey, you still have data and it still works. So if you had to quickly pull up something, you could. To me, I think the throttle down rate could be a little faster. I mean, let's face it, you're going from, 20, 30 meg LTE, or possibly even better, down to 128 kbps. They could at least make that, 768, I'm sure, and not have any issues. But that's their decision. Actually, what they're doing right now is pretty cool. They are doing the whole...
Voiceover off.
They're giving you unlimited LTE for the next 3 months. T-Mobile is. So, like this month, I've purposely used 32 gigabytes on the T-Mobile network with no issues at all. And that's pretty cool. Something I could not say for Sprint. Sprint was, oh, God, I don't even want to get into how horrible Sprint was. I doubt that's changed. It might be interesting to play with a Sprint phone just to test it now as compared to a couple of years ago when I last played with it. But I doubt it's changed any. Maybe it has, but I doubt it. So, anyways, I'm happy with T-Mobile so far. My iPhone 6 Plus, I almost prefer that phone, but there's things I like about Verizon too. A lot of people say, well, what do you have 2 phones for? Right now, I see advantages in both. I don't really know which one I want to keep at this point, because they both have their advantages. So right now, I've kept both, and I've kept up with both thus far, and I like both. So maybe when my T-Mobile payment plan is up, when I'm done with it, I might... I have an option there to upgrade to the iPhone 6s Plus, which I might take advantage of because, at least on T-Mobile, the 6s Plus has T-Mobile's new, they're calling it Extended Range LTE network, which is a different bit of LTE spectrum that is, I believe it's in the 700 meg range or something like that, that's supposed to work better indoors and such. I know on T-Mobile in a lot of areas, including where I'm at now, LTE works out here, but the signal could be a little bit better, and therefore the performance could be a little bit better. Here where I'm located at my sister's, I don't really notice a difference between 4G and LTE when it comes to download. Now, upload, of course, is a huge difference, as expected, a very huge difference. But, it'd be interesting to see what the 6S Plus might do. And it's got, I think, slightly better battery life, so... it'll be interesting to see what happens. I don't think I'm really interested in the 3D Touch, although maybe it'll catch on when I start playing with it. So, hard to say at this point. But now Verizon LTE, oh my God. Just tonight, in fact, when I put the first part of this year in review up, I uploaded it on Verizon LTE, and I was uploading it close to 34 Mbps, megabits. I was uploading it around, 33.5, 34 megabits per second up. And the amusing thing about that is that's like twice the upload that I can get on the home internet connection here. Isn't that insane that mobile broadband is becoming faster than our home internet connections? And the home internet connections aren't doing all that much to keep up, even though they likely could. That's the surprising part. You'd think you'd want the home connection to be the best, but... yeah, mobile broadband has certainly come a long way, and I don't know if it can improve anymore. And on Verizon LTE, I have seen 50, 60 meg plus on LTE. In fact, one time I think I saw 90 meg down when I was doing a test out in in Santa Clarita. I was like, what the heck? And on T-Mobile, I was lucky enough to be near a one of the local sites for T-Mobile, and yeah, I was getting about 85 meg down, and I think it was like 25, 28 meg up on LTE. So yeah, it's working. It's definitely working. So God only knows. And I'd be interested to see if the Wi-Fi speed for Wi-Fi, if you've got high-speed Wi-Fi, how it would perform on the iPhone 6s Plus as compared to like the iPhone 5. Everywhere I've been with the iPhone 6 and 6s Plus, or the 6 Plus rather, the 6 and 6 Plus, the Wi-Fi hasn't been all that great. I mean, it's been okay. It hasn't, but it hasn't been like earth-shatteringly good. Like when I've had 100 meg internet, I've never seen close to that on the Wi-Fi. I've only seen like 40 or 50. Yet when I had the iPhone 5, I could get 70 or 80 meg on Wi-Fi. So could just be the type of Wi-Fi involved, but who knows? But I'll have to check that out later on. But at any rate, I don't know that there's any much more that can happen to the iPhone to keep pace with everything.
Camera, 11 minutes, 25
so
seconds.
we'll have to see what happens in the coming year. Will I get an iPhone 6s? What will I think of it if I do? Or 6s Plus, rather. Will I get an iPhone 6s Plus, and what will I think of it? But that's what happened in 2015 as far as my iPhone. My iPhone's been my iPhone is upgraded, and I got a new. I have two carriers that I'm playing with, checking them both out, playing with the features. One thing T-Mobile does now is certain things don't count toward your data, like Netflix and some other services, especially music services. So a lot of people that like to do that, the T-Mobile would definitely be for them, because they wouldn't use their normal data pool. And it'd be interesting to see what the cellular carriers do in the coming year, if anything. So that is it. The year in review, as it happened. There you go. Have fun, take care, and may everybody have an awesome
Voiceover on. Camera, 12 minutes, 28 seconds. Screen curtain.
And be safe and enjoy. And enjoy your technology as well. Take care.